deal with my opponents a little bit like I handle my love life. I make sure I leave a lasting impression. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. I'm gonna knock your teeth back out the other side of your head. You understand that? To love it because it's the best thing going today. Let's go, Buffalo.
Woo! We got the dub, but it wasn't pretty. Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Joining me is my main man, Mr. Mikey, also known as Apex Man. Man, my
breathe, brother. Breathe.
Yeah, that is not how I envision the game going at all. Though I did say we would get the win, so at least I think we got something right? Yeah. But yeah, man, what is going on, by the way, in these other scores before we dive into this? So,
my
Saints,
God.
by the way, man, they whooped up on.
Let me go through this real quick for you.
Oh, all right.
Vikings beat the Giants 28-6. Fine. You kind of expected that. The Patriots beat the Bengals.
Yeah, that's
16-10.
With Jamar Chase playing, by the way.
The Dolphins came back and shut out the Jaguars in the second half to win 2017.
That's typical Jacksonville, though. That's what Jacksonville does. Again, except when they play us. But go ahead.
Yeah. The Texans beat the Colts 29-27. Stephon Diggs had 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he did. I saw the highlights of him.
The Bears came back to beat the Titans 24-17. The Steelers beat the Falcons 18-10. And then we have some other ones going on. I mean, it's a wild week 1, man.
It was. I don't think it seems like a lot of teams kind of got off to a slow start or a bad start. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati should not have lost to New England, right? That's one. And I think they were in Cincinnati too. That's wild. The Dolphins coming out flat with their flashy, fast offense. They got a touchdown late in the first quarter and down 17-7. They finally found their way. And really, it's because of their defense in the second half. I mean, it wasn't really their offense that really excelled so great. But yeah, I mean, maybe just teams that first week jitters, things are, I guess, our game did not go as expected in the first half at all.
No, they played keep away from us the entire first half.
20 minutes. I think they own time of possession to our 10, so doubled it up in the first half. Not good. I mean, not good. We shot ourselves in the foot early with the Josh Allen fumble, penalties, which was really all game. And just what was the other one that the penalty that we should have got the touchdown when we got.
And then our special teams. Oh my God. How is our special teams coordinator still employed? So giving up a kickoff return for a touchdown and this late game shit at the end. How do you not just kick it out of the back of the end zone? Let's kick it to the side. That seems like a smart fucking play.
Yeah, as I'm thinking, okay, all right, we got 5 minutes, whatever it was. Okay, we play some defense here. They're gonna kill a lot of clock trying to drive on us. We'll be fine, right? We're up 10. And I go and I see an update on my phone. Just like that, they scored a touchdown. And I said, "What in the?" Because I'm behind on my game, so I didn't catch it right away.
Hell, kicking it out of bounds would have been better than letting them do a return like that. I mean, it was horrible. Missed tackles all day long.
I will say
we cannot tackle for a defensive head coach. We can't tackle.
I will give the defense some credit. I'm not going to give them an F because I felt like second half defense was night and day compared to the first half defense, right? Like they finally got Kyle Murray contained. They made some plays on Kyle Murray, turnover, on Kyle Murray, sack. Like they actually started to get in his face, knocked some passes down. Like I saw a much better aggressive defense in the second half. So I'll give them that. And I'm not going to blame them on the special teams touchdown. That's not their.
Not to cut you off, and I'm sorry I did, but they gave up 3 points in the second half. That's it.
Yeah,
like the defense gave up 3 points in the second half.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I just looked at it. I was like, holy crap.
That's okay. So that's where I was going with it. The special teams really is what, led to that touchdown. Other than that, I felt like the second half defense was night and day, right? The first also too, I would say even the second half offense improved compared to the first half offense as far as some, getting into the end zone instead of a field goal. Like they did. Now there was still some stuff I didn't like, right? The third down, some of the third down play calling by Joe Brady today. I did not like, especially in the one, I know you missed it because I messaged you. Like I just missed it. I don't know if you're probably getting a drink or something, but I'll explain it to you. So basically it's 3rd and short. 3rd and 4, I think it was. And we get out of the huddle late, which I can't stand when you do that, right? So now you're rushing to the huddle. Play clock is down to like 1, and you snap it and you run it with Josh and you get caught up. It was just one of those plays where it's like it was a mess from the beginning. Sean McDermott, hello, call the timeout. It's okay. It's okay to call a timeout. You're the head coach. Redo, because that was so important. Yes, we made the field goal. We go up 6. But if you get the first down there, not only do you kill more clock, but you have a potential now scoring a touchdown and really icing the game. But instead, you get the call in late, whatever the hell happened. You break it up, and then it's a disaster. And then some of Joe Brady's calling today was bad. Like I thought it was obvious, like running James Cook every single day on first down. Now, mind you, I thought James Cook had a good game today. I thought our offensive line run blocking did very well today. They opened up a lot of openings for James Cook in between the tackles, which is great. But dude, you can't be so
predictable.
Show the same, predictable. Show the same look every drive, every series on first down. You have to mix it up a little bit. But other than that, I gotta say Joe Brady's offense was exactly what he said it was going to be. Spread out. Everyone's going to get a piece of it, and everybody sure did. I mean, we haven't looked at the stats yet. But I know Curtis Samuel got involved late. He had I think he had a catch or 2, maybe. Keon Coleman, I think, was a leading receiver. Mac Hollins got involved. He got a touchdown. Khalil Shakir got a touchdown. Dawson Knox got involved. Dalton Kincaid. Everybody ate. And I guess we got to give it up to Joe Brady because he said that's what his offense is going to be. And that's what we got. So I'm good with it. I am good with that. I just think he needs to tweak things up a little bit. And he will be okay on the offense. What do you think on that?
Okay. First, let's hit the super chat. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate it. Tyler Bass has to go ASAP. I disagree a little bit. I didn't think Bass had a horrible game. I didn't like the call at the end of the game where they had him kick it, short and it rolled out of bounds. Yeah. And that win, there's not much you can do about it. You're just when you're kicking it that way, it's the bounces.
Yeah,
it happens. We kicked it like that at the end of the first half, and he missed it. So, I actually thought Bass had a decent game. I mean,
he didn't have. He
made his field goals, and he kicked it.
He made his field goals. He didn't have to. We put him in good situations too. Nothing was crazy long.
Nope,
they're all makeable. But yes, But at the end of the day, he did what he had to do, and he made his field goals, right? Because he could have easily missed. It was a windy day. You know what I mean? We got to also factor that in. They're not easy. But I didn't like the kickoff, and that's on more on Smiley. I don't know. We don't really necessarily know. They told him to kick it to the side like that, but possibly. But I will say this. Bass has done that many times.
Yeah.
Many times. He's kicked it out of bounds. So I don't know. Like that one, I don't know if it's on Smiley because Bass has done it repeatedly. He's done it multiple times, and it's mind-boggling. I don't get what he's doing there. But field goal wise, yes, he was solid. He should have made them. He made them great. I thought Sam Martin was fine today. I didn't think he was great, but he was okay. Right? Whatever. On the special teams, but man, our coordinator, our special teams, he's terrible. I'm sorry. He has to go. He won't go, but he has to go. He's so bad. He's
go.
so bad. He
not
won't
good.
though. No, he's not good. This special teams has taken a major decline over the last 2 seasons. It's bad. It is bad. And it's look, it almost cost us a fucking game. Because I don't think even if they come down and score a touchdown on that drive, it would have took them some time to march down the field. It would have still been good in our favor. We would have probably got the ball with under, who knows, 3 minutes or so. Instead, what was that play? Half a minute, 30 seconds? No time, right? Was taken off the clock early.
So let me go
By
back
the way,
to
MVS
what you
almost dropped that.
Yeah. So let's go back to what you asked me. What was my overall take? My overall take was we were really sloppy in the first half. We played much better in the second half outside of our special teams. Our offense was good all day. It was moving the ball up and down the field.
Yeah.
I hate at the end of the game when our coaches get tight. And they do. Joe Brady got tight at the end of the game. Maybe it's because Josh was hurt and he just didn't want to put him in a bad spot. I don't know. Yeah. But the play calling got super tight at the end of the game. And maybe that's Sean McDermott telling them, just run the ball. I don't know. But the defense set them up to close out that game, and our play calling was ass.
Oh, it's horrendous. That third down, not the one I'm talking about, the one that I told you about earlier where you missed, but the one where he was like 3rd and 5 and he threw it low. But either way, I don't even think it would have wouldn't have picked up a first down anyways. It was such
you're talking about the one to Ty Johnson? Yeah.
Yeah, the one.
I didn't like that play call at all.
Yeah, the series before that. It was so lazy of a play. Right, too. It was just a lazy play, right? That's a difference. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to the Chiefs and the Bills, right? The Chiefs on third down, important downs, they dial up something that's going to work 9 times out of 10. An important situation. Like, they come up with a play that actually is going to at least give them the opportunity. We tighten up. We do some safe bullshit play like that. And that's the difference between winning and not winning in the playoffs. Little dumb shit like that. Got to correct that. Got to be better than that. You got Josh fucking Allen, bro. A guy that can make anything happen. Come on. Come up with something more creative than that.
Screens worked all day. Why not go to that?
That too, right? We finally
all day long.
Wide receivers. Yeah, we didn't really run. Did we run one to James Cook? Right, we didn't do any running back screens. Wide receivers,
all wide receivers. But still, it worked all day.
We did because we have the blockers now.
Yeah,
the receivers that block. Yeah, absolutely. Why not run that? Why not? I totally agree with you.
You know, it's the difference between Andy Reid and Sean McDermott led team. Yeah. Andy Reid will go back to what's working. Roy comes in and says the overthrow to MVS wind maybe. Me and Tommy were talking about this. I think it could have been wind because it was going with it that put a little extra. It's also timing, and he just hasn't had a lot of time with MVS. Those type of balls are timing.
Yeah, that is true. A little bit of timing, and Josh has to get a little bit better too on those throws. Sometimes the deep throws, he's off a little bit on those ones that the makeable ones, but he'll hit ones that are really tough to make. He'll get it right on the numbers. He's weird sometimes with those. Yeah. But I will say the one catch by MVS, he almost dropped, by the way. It was like a big, I don't know, was it 25-yard catch, 20? Dude, he worried me for a minute, but he held on and caught the ball. I thought of receivers, though, when given the opportunity, I didn't see many drops today. I don't recall.
There wasn't.
Drops.
There wasn't.
I could be wrong.
Knox.
I think Dawson Knox made one.
Knox was the one. Yeah, and it was a tough catch, but he still should have caught it. It hit him in the chest.
But tough. Guy was draped on him. But other than that, I thought everybody was reliable today. Keon Coleman made some good catches, guys. Contested.
4 for 51.
Yeah. I thought Allen, and the announcer said it right, too, when he went to Coleman in the end zone. It was a bad ball. Should have get, because I think you throw that faded out a little bit or back shoulder a little bit.
Yeah.
You got him. You got him on that one. But I think Allen rushed it. I think he was a little hyped up from the last play. The Keon, he wanted to get it to him. They'll correct that. I think they'll get that. I think Coleman and Allen will get more comfortable with each other. Because remember, I told you that. It's a key thing. Getting that connection going, getting that comfortable, like how he wants the ball, where he wants the ball placed. By the way, your guy, Mac Hollins, the one you've been talking about, preaching up, he showed up. He absolutely did show up. I want to see more Mac Hollins after this game. Like I am you're starting to sell me on Mac Hollins. I like the dude seems to make plays when the ball's thrown his way. So, and bro, he's a lot of energy. I love it. So yeah, more Mac Hollins, please. Curtis Samuel, I thought they got going late. I'll tell you what I didn't like either with Joe Brady today with Curtis Samuel. He didn't really use him the way I thought he was, at least this game. Maybe that'll change. He didn't line him up in the backfield at all. Wasn't any kind of like jet sweeps. He didn't get there was no creativity when it came to Curtis Samuel. And Curtis Samuel's a guy that you can get creative with. So I kind of felt like this was a game he could have used him more in because the wind, you were going to run the ball more, as you saw with James Cook. Like we were running the ball well. Like that was great. Our receivers were blocking down the field well. That would have been perfect for Curtis Samuel to get some opportunities in the backfield or wherever. Like just get some more creativity going to Curtis Samuel. And I think he will moving forward. But I was just surprised he didn't get going in this game.
I don't think they needed to use him like that. Like our offense moved the ball. There was no need to put that on tape yet.
Maybe that's right. Maybe that's so. I get that. But I'm just saying I hope that moving forward,
we'll see more of that type of stuff.
Yes.
I felt like what we did, because we didn't use a ton of motion. We didn't do a lot of things. We lined up and we just, our offense just beat their defense almost all day. I mean, we had our own penalties that stopped stuff, but for the most part, our offense just kicked the shit out of their defense.
No, you're right. I thought our offensive line did good too, for the most part. They pass protected pretty well. Josh had a lot of time on that fumble, by the way. I will say this about Josh. There was a guy open. That was Josh. Okay. He had a lot of time. He missed his guy. And on top of that, he fumbled. It's going to happen. No quarterback's perfect, but he has to be better than that, especially when the offensive line gives him that much time and a guy gets open. And even if a guy wasn't open, you got to know they all have that time in their head, like when to get rid of the ball. Like, so, he needs to make a decision there to either take off or throw the ball away instead of putting it in harm's way. Yeah,
and he did the rest of the game. Like he didn't do that again. Like he made the mistake and then he shut that shit out quick.
Right. He learned his lesson from that. It wasn't going to happen again for the rest of the game. And that's the growth of Josh Allen. That's exactly what I want to see. No interceptions. Right. No, he took what the defense gave him. I thought this offensive game plan today and I didn't think it was anything special, but I just think we did the right things to get the points. You know what I mean? Like we took what the defense was giving us. We didn't really take a lot of chances. We didn't put a lot of crazy plays in there. Nothing, just nothing outrageous like that Allen was going to do. That we needed Allen to do, right? I thought it was. Now, by the way, though, I did think Allen made some really phenomenal plays still with his legs, getting out of harm's way, making some good throws. But other than that, I think Joe Brady had a game plan going in, and he pretty much used the game plan from first quarter to fourth quarter. Nothing really changed. It just was those early mistakes that cost us. The fumble, the not getting a touchdown because of Osiris Torrance, the face mask, which, by the way, was a good call. I will say this, the referees, they owed us the one, and they gave it back to us because we did get away with one. I forget what it was, but
Josh
that was
just roughing the passer call.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which wasn't really roughing the passer.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit him in the head, but he didn't hit him in the head hard. Just his arm came across his head.
That's what I'm saying.
It's no different than what happened on Patrick Mahomes the other night when the guy put his arm up and hit him in the head.
Yeah.
Like he didn't forcibly hit him, but that's what they call those.
But it was I thought like that's how it goes, because Ingram never touched Murray. Never. He actually did the right thing. Like he knew he was coming after him.
Did get hit on a slide.
And that one, I get it in a way because Kincaid was kind of shoving the guy. I understand there, and it wasn't a brutal hit. Like, you know what I mean? He barely touched. So I thought the referees today, I'll be honest with you, I thought they did fine. Yeah. They blew a call for both sides. I thought like they missed the call on both sides. Other than that, I felt like the referees today were fine. Like they didn't cost anyone the game.
I mean, the penalties were penalties. Like I didn't see many phantoms, anything like across the board on both sides. I didn't feel like it was leaning one way or the other. I thought they were called it down the middle, and it was just really a undisciplined game by the Bills.
Yeah. I don't agree with this. He
had some rough.
Yeah, but here it is. Right. I thought he played good, not great, but I thought he played good. But he had some bad penalties.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had some boneheaded moments, right? And by the way, Deion Dawkins also had penalties. Deion Dawkins had offsides and holding as well. So, Spencer Brown had an offsides. Like our team today, penalty wise, was not good. Like I don't know how many penalties we had total, but do you see that the penalties?
I'll get to that. I want to hit the super chat.
Okay.
Hey guys, big fans. The ref bailed us out with a no pass interference call on the last play. I didn't see. Was there a pass interference on the last play?
It was. They could have called it. They could have, but it was so. I thought the refs let it play out. Like I didn't think it was.
I thought they let it play all day.
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't really. There was a couple questionable ones, but you're going to have that in the course of a game, and I don't think the referees were going to. It wasn't egregious enough to be thrown. You know what I mean? Especially late in a game like that, you're gonna let the flag make cause the outcome of a game. It wasn't. I didn't think it was that egregious. So I thought it was fine. Like I thought that play call was fine.
I'm not sure I'm mad either way. I'm not sure I'm mad either way. Like I like the non-call. There was a few non-calls the refs had today. By the way, the penalties was 9 for 65 for the Bills and 5 for 31 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, see, too much.
I felt they let them play all day, and I liked that. You know what I mean? Because there was battles all day long that they could have ticky-tacked called all day, and they didn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there was a lot of ticky-tack calls. Like I felt like they were fair on both sides because there was calls that we didn't get either, guys. I saw one on Dalton Kincaid late in the game. I thought it was a pass interference. They didn't give it to him, but I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it also was so
egregious.
Yeah. Right.
Where
like I was so upset over here, going, "Oh, it's bullshit." Like it was fine. I thought the refs did a good job today.
After Rob comes in, I was expecting more from Knox and Kincaid. You know what? I was too. I also think the first half really put a monkey wrench in how we did things because they just kept the ball away from us the entire first half. Our defense could not get off the field.
No,
like
man.
Josh had that one series in the first half. That was it.
Yeah,
or in the first quarter. Like
the key
they shutted that shit down.
The key was third downs, bro.
We just couldn't get off the field.
We could not get off the field on third downs. Kind of the story of the Buffalo Bills defense. I'll be honest with you guys. We have I don't know what it is. We have the toughest time getting teams off the field on third and longs. Like we just do. I don't get it. But man, they're drive killers because they just kill the clock and just march down the field, and every play is a third down it comes down to, but they get the first down. It just man, it's just like, and before you know it, they've had 10 minutes of possession, right? And then, so and then we get the ball back and we turn the ball over. And then here goes another long ass drive by the Cardinals. Got to do better than that. But I thought the second half, like I said, for this defense was night and day from the first half. And that's adjustments, by the way. Those are adjustments. I said they needed to make them going into halftime because I felt like Kyle Murray was doing whatever he wanted in the first half.
He did.
We did whatever he wanted. He was clean, right? We didn't really touch him up much. Guys were wide open because of him buying time, which is going to help. But I thought the second half, we collapsed the pocket more. We put pressure on him more, which you saw the results. Fumble, 3 and outs, tip ball. It was a totally different outcome in the second half. If it really wasn't for that special teams blunder, we win this game, guys, by 10 easily, right? Like, in my opinion, the game would have been done. But that's not how it worked out. This is football. Shit happens. But we got the dub.
Trick Simmons says, listen, I don't want to hear about calls. There should have been a hip drop penalty on Josh. Listen, they came out and said it in the preseason. They're not throwing flags for the hip drop tackle. That's just going to be fines. They're fining people for those. They're not going to throw flags in the game.
That's good. I'm glad because I don't like that. By the way, real quick, the Bears came back. They were down big time.
Yeah.
In the first half, they wanted to just Titans did nothing in the second half because I'm looking over some of the scores. Texans barely won. By the way, 29-27. That was a close game. There's some close game. I'm gonna tell you guys. We're not the only ones that played sloppy today.
It's week 1.
We are not the only ones that played that had some sloppy football. Look at the Falcons. Falcons were favored to win. They lost 18-10. Yeah. I'm just throwing this out there, guys. Like there's a lot of upset NFL fans now.
Look at the Bengals. The Bengals lost.
Right.
The team who's supposed to have the number 1 overall pick.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's my point. So, and even some teams that won, right? Like the Dolphins, 2017. Yeah, they're happy like us, but you're telling me right now they're not like kind of not so happy about how the game played out. Of course, it's the first game, but the most important thing is the win. So they're happy, right? They're happy. They're tied for first with us, and the Patriots, right? And possibly the Jets, depending on what they do on tomorrow night, right? I think they play Monday, correct? Monday night. So yeah, crazy start. I would have loved if the Dolphins lost, and the Patriots, all the East teams besides us, but that's not how it looks like it's shaping out to go. But yeah.
Yep. Weston comes in and says best part of week 1, Xavier Worthy with a smile. Listen, your rookie did fantastic. I was not upset with how my rookie looked today.
Yeah, Weston, you can't
at all.
Be
happy. His best part of his week 1 was Xavier Worthy. He is a Chiefs fan. They're awesome.
Yeah,
I love mine.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys, he fell in a perfect situation with a perfect coach to use him the right way. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, I know you probably didn't watch our game. I'm not sure if you did or not, but Keon Coleman had a good game. Was it great? No. But I thought he played a good game. I thought he did a lot of good stuff today. And if he scores a touchdown there, if Josh throws him a better ball, maybe we're talking a little different.
Yeah. Well, Weston came in and said Keon Coleman looked good. He did. Okay. It's just it's the Andy Reid piece of it that just put him in the positions, because Andy Reid's such a genius offensively. He puts guys in great positions.
I also want to say this too, against Miami, more than likely it's going to be better weather, right, than Buffalo. More than likely, unless it rains or anything crazy. You're going to see, I think, a little bit more passing in that game. It's tough, man, in that weather and those conditions. You saw the ball kind of floating out a little bit. So if Keon Coleman may have a better game too. I'm just saying, even though I thought he had a really good game, I thought he had a good game 1, but I think he'll get more opportunity against the Dolphins, in my opinion.
Why is a Chiefs fan in this? It's weird. No, Weston's here every season. And Weston comes in, is super respectful. Chiefs fan comes in and calls it how it is. He's an NFL fan too.
Yeah. Weston's cool, man. You know what's funny though? I want to say this real quick before we move on. So, as the game started, right? Somebody, it was a Cardinals fan. You know how we get these, right? When we do the pregame, they'll message me right after, right? So he's like, he messages me right when the game starts. Mikey, he goes, "I'm looking forward to seeing Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. destroy the Bills defense." I said, little smack talk. I said, well, we'll see how it goes. I said, we're live right after the game if you care to join in on the conversation. And then he wrote, how about that Josh Allen fumble after already trailing 7-0? And then he messages me 35 minutes ago, congratulations. The Cardinals blew it. And I said, thanks. I'm not a smack talker. Being humble is always the best thing. And I got to say, the reason why I'm saying this is it's true. Like me and Mikey, we don't talk smack. We may get excited and maybe be happy after a win, but I don't do it. I don't do it well even if I wanted to. It's okay to be happy, but I'm going to tell you this, being humble after a win or loss is always the best route to go. But yeah, when you talk trash a little early, so you can, boy, you better be right, boy, because you're gonna eat crow if it don't go go your way, Mikey. So yeah.
I don't tend to talk trash, anyways, but like you never know what's gonna happen. Until there's zeros on the clock, you can't say anything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like, but this is the NFL. I get it. So I'm never like, oh, shut your mouth, or block. I don't block people. I thought he was still talking a little smack, but he was respectful. So I'm good with it.
Spin's like, wait, stop the presses, Tommy. You don't do that. You tell me if that was a Vikings fan instead of a Cardinals fan.
That's different. I have major beef with the Vikings fans base. So
yes, you do.
That's different. Other than that, yeah, you can come at me how you want. For the most part, though, he gets a little out of line than I want. But I thought this guy was, for the most part, respectful. So whoever that was, I doubt you're watching now. But thank you for being humble in your loss. And you didn't,
I got to say this. We're 30 minutes in, and we have not talked about Greg Rousseau yet.
Yeah, let's do it.
3
Talk about
sacks
Gregory.
on the day. The dude was a monster. I think it was Spin in here saying we should have locked him up before the season started. He's going to cost us some money.
Oh, he is. Definitely is. Groot's the real deal. I think I told you guys, every year he's made a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't but he hasn't taken a giant step forward. I think this is, me and Mikey's been saying this. We think this is a season where he does take his giant step forward and actually shows that he is the real deal. I think his run defense is underrated, by the way. I think he's really good at run defense. But boy, he got to him today. I thought Von Miller too. I mean, speaking of Rousseau, I thought Von Miller looked good today. I did. I think Von Miller got some pressure. I think he got a sack.
Vaughn got a sack too. Vaughn had a few really good pressures today, and then he got one that was a sack. Yeah,
he just missed Kyler on one, actually. The one that Kyler, I think, was in the first half. He ran for like 20 yards on us, but he was there. I mean, he had his jersey. You could tell
he had a few
Vaughn's
pressure.
Getting there. He's getting there. But Kyler Murray, I'm gonna tell you, man,
he's hard.
He is slippery, boy. He's a tough little dude, man. Good arm. And by the way, too, towards the end of that game, that one guy should have made that catch. Not sure who that was, but he was wide open. And we also got lucky, Mikey. I didn't even mention this. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Wide open. Yeah, that was Douglas biting on the play action. And then you see Douglas out of the frame, just coming into the frame, trying to catch up to him.
Wide open. That would have been an easy touchdown.
McBride was wide open in the first half too. Like they missed a few really wide open.
They did.
Plays.
They did. And but I was saying that one guy dropped the ball. I'm not sure who it was, but it would have been like a 20-yard catch, and he just totally.
I think it was
Dortch. No, it wasn't Dortch. It was somebody else. I forget his name. It was on the right sideline, and I think Rasul was it that got there. No, it was Rapp that got there a little bit late. But Rapp had nothing to do with it. It just went between he just dropped it, plain and simple. But yeah, I'll tell you. But it was McBride, I think. Was it McBride or was it
tight end?
No, it wasn't McBride. I take that back. It was I'm not sure. Somebody in the chat will know. Somebody in the chat will know. It might. Oh, Michael Wilson. I think it was Michael Wilson. Yes, I think it was Michael Wilson. Totally dropped it. Wide open, dude. Unacceptable. Yeah, Wilson, thank you. Would have been a big time first down for them. But it's the way it works.
Yep. Yeah, and our big giant guys kept Kyler from seeing some of those guys wide open.
Yeah, man. And remember when I talked about hitting those batted passes? We started doing that better in the second half too.
Yeah. It was a tale of two games for our defense.
Absolutely.
First half, we could not get off field. Second half, they just shut them down. They made the adjustments. It's something we were asking for all first half. Like, where are these adjustments at? Overall, it looks bad because we gave up 28 points, but we gave up 17 of those 28 points in the first half. And that touchdown in the second half was a special teams touchdown. It wasn't a defense issue.
It really wasn't. Yeah, that's why I said I don't give the defense an F. If I had to give the defense a grade, honest grade, at least for me, I would say, because of this first half was sloppy, I would say a C+, because I thought the second half was really, really good. but I thought the first half was really not
bad.
Good. Really bad.
I would give him a solid C.
Okay, that's fair.
Solid
That's fair.
C.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him the plus. Greg Rousseau's 3 sacks and Vaughn getting a sack. That's 4 from our outside guys. That's God. Like that could be fantastic for us this year. There was no internal pressure though. Daquan made some nice plays, some nice stops.
Yeah. Ed didn't do any.
I didn't hear Ed's name at all today.
I didn't either, and that doesn't happen much. I think you'll see a better Ed Oliver next week or this week. I should say 4 days from now. But I'll tell you a couple. I'll tell you who stepped in. I'll tell you why I gave him the plus, the extra little plus. I thought Cam Lewis stepping in for Teron Johnson.
Great. You're right.
Played really good. So you have to. That's why I'm kind of because the second half won. They didn't give up but 3 points. They got a lot of. They got sacks. They got to Murray, Cam Lewis. We were down one of the best, corners, slot corners in the NFL, Nichols corners, and Teron Johnson. And by the way, I am super concerned about that. It did not come back. It's not promising. We'll see. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but it's never good when a player doesn't return. He did not return, and Cam Lewis, I felt, really stepped up in that position. I thought Dorian Williams in the second half played a lot better. I was super concerned. I thought DeMar Hamlin, for the most part, played pretty good.
He was solid.
I thought Taylor Rapp played pretty good too.
Yeah.
So they made me feel a little bit better going forward. We'll see against the better teams, though Cincinnati's not a bad team, but we'll see when it comes to teams that pass a lot, like the Dolphins, right? That's going to tell a lot with the safety group and the linebacker group. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
That's going to tell you guys everything you need to know where we stand this season with the safety group and the linebacker group, especially the safeties. So we'll see. We're 4 days away from that. But this first game, proud of those boys. I'm proud of the guys that stepped up. By the way, Ray Davis, I thought played well too. Caught the ball well, ran the ball well. I thought our offensive line, like I said earlier, I thought they really did well with the run blocking. I thought they opened up some massive holes for James Cook to run through in this game. So, yeah, and Josh Allen, what more can I say? Josh Allen is Josh Allen. He is a beast. He is everything you want in your quarterback.
My concern, Ingram struggled in the first half, so then they went to Cam Lewis in the slot rather than Ingram in the slot.
Yeah,
and they moved him back out. Ingram still did play a little bit in the second half.
He made some plays in the second half. Yeah,
he made some plays, but in the first half, man, they were picking on him, and he was getting bad. And my other concern was Bernard. He was the spy, and he was shooting on the spy, and Murray was going around him. You can't do that when you're the spy. You cannot be shooting gaps when you're the spy.
That is film. That is film room study that he needs to look back at this game and see and correct that. 100%. 100% correct that. But you're not going to get a Kyle Murray every game. Like Tua is totally different than Murray, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you still need to correct that. But you're not going to see a Kyle Murray a lot, right? Like how many guys, like you got Lamar, Kyle,
Mahomes
can do that.
Yeah,
but there's not a lot, dude.
There's not a ton.
There's not a ton.
They're gonna do that type of stuff.
Exactly. So I'm not overly concerned. It's a really tough. That I will say this. That's why they're a sneaky team. That Arizona team. It's really tough to guard that because you got to have a spy. It's they don't make it easy. I think the Cardinals are an underrated team. I think
they are.
I think they're going to be okay this season. We'll see how it goes, but they got some playmakers. I thought Marvin Harrison, for the most part, underperformed. I was
locked down.
Better. He was.
Like our corners locked him down. I mean, they missed him wide open, but
they did on the one. But they did a great job on him. Yeah, but I still felt like he was going to get something better than what he really shown.
Now only threw it to him 3 times.
Sure,
and he was one for 3 for 4 yards.
Yeah. Exactly. So
I'll take it.
Do I think he's going to be better than that? Yes. Moving forward, I do. But I will say this too. preseason does matter sometimes, those reps, because Kyler Murray and them did not play. The starters did not play. And it's kind of similar to us. We didn't really get much reps going on in preseason. And they are, believe it or not, they are important, especially with new guys. So you kind of saw that with Murray and Harrison in this game. So they'll get familiar with each other.
The Bills got better as it went because they didn't score any in the first, and then went 10-14-10.
Yeah.
If you score 34 points, you should win in this league.
Absolutely. Unless your defense is just totally terrible. Yeah.
Trixman says it's going to be an MVP season for Josh. Josh should have had 5. Torrance cost him 1.
He did. Yeah.
I called for 5,
You did.
Friday.
You were so close. You were so close.
You
were close on the score, 5. Really. If it wasn't for that dumb special
teams
teams blunder, it would have been close.
And if they didn't call Josh's touchdown back, it would have been. I called it 38-27.
See, I told you I changed my mind 34-17 pregame.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the 34 right, actually, which is funny. The 17, I would have been really close if it wasn't for the kick return.
Yeah, I'm not sure Greg's getting 3 every week, but I have a feeling this is going to be the year he gets those double digits.
Yeah, that's tough. If that happens, my God. Talking NFL record.
Right? I'm not sure he's getting 3 every week.
Right.
But, like he was the spark in the second half that we needed.
Yeah.
He changed the game
stats?
coming out.
Want to pull that up?
Some stats.
Okay, so we'll look on both sides. So we'll compare. How about that?
Yeah.
Make it a little bit fun. So you can go ahead and read those if you can.
Josh was 18 of 23 for 232 and 2 touchdowns. The fact that we only threw 23 times is crazy, and we scored 34 points.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler was 21 of 31 for 162 and a touchdown. They both had a sack fumble.
Yep.
Turnover. You want to slide down? I thought Josh outplayed Kyler. Kyler was the hero, had to play hero ball in the second half, and his legs kept them in the game.
Yep.
Cook was our leading rusher, 19 for 71. Kyler Murray was theirs, 5 for 57. Connors pitched in. I thought we did a really good job on Connors for the most part.
For the most part. He had one chunk play, the 20-yard run.
Right after Kyler's chunk play.
Yeah. Other than that, you're right. I thought we got in the backfield good.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't let him really kill us. And by the way, Connor's a good running back. I think they said he led the league last year in 20+ yard runs or something like that. So he could, that dude's no joke. He's a good running back. And I felt like we did a really good job today, because remember going into this game, Mikey, that was the one thing I said, the Bills need to contain the run, and then you force Murray to throw, you have a chance, I felt, because Arizona averaged 5 yards per carry last year, pretty much, right? I don't know what they averaged today, but I felt like it was lower than that. I could be wrong.
That's 5.
5 on the dot? Okay, and that's mainly because Murray. But I will say this. That's more on Murray.
Yeah.
On his 5.57.
Well, if you slide down just a tad bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you on yours. On mine, it actually shows me.
Yeah.
So Murray averaged 11.4, Connor
3.1,
Benson 4.3. Like, they used Benson for one drive and they scored a touchdown, then they didn't go back to him again.
There you go. Yeah. So the running backs we held under 5. So
yeah,
that's the most important thing. But yeah, Josh Allen, 9 carries, 39 yards, 2 touchdowns, long and 9. I felt like he was smart as well. I didn't like some of the design. I didn't like the last drive where we did a shotgun snap, run. I did not like that. It was rushed.
Josh also had a few kneel downs at the end that gets counted.
Oh, that's true too. You're right. So overall, I felt like he ran when he needed to. Wasn't a lot of design runs for Josh Allen, only in the red zone, on the goal line. I felt like that, and that was fine. We got in. So, but yeah, here's the receiving.
Yep. Coleman came in 4 for 51. Dortch 6 for 47. Shakir 3 for 42 and a touchdown, which was awesome. Connor was 3 for 33. McBride 5 for 30. Cook 3 for 32. Hollins 2 for 25. When you go down, there's a little bit of everybody. There was no main target today.
Look at that. I think every single guy, I could be wrong here, but I think everybody touched the ball. Even except for Ty Johnson, who wasn't really even in the game much.
No, because he hurt his knee. I'll be interested to see if how he is for Thursday. He left the game and came back with a knee.
That could be Frank Gore's opportunity. Remember, I was telling you about opportunities. If he doesn't play, they might call him up.
I wonder if they would do that because he got hurt on special teams. They might call him a special teams guy.
Oh, you're right. We'll find out. But you're right. Look at that. Look at all these guys getting involved.
Keon led the team with 5 targets.
Yeah, 4 receptions on 5 targets.
It was spread out amongst everybody. We haven't seen that. Like last year towards the end, you saw that more. But even then, Diggs still led the team in targets every week.
Yeah.
This time it was just like Josh went to the open guy and nobody cared. It was awesome.
Yep. There's the fumbles, by the way.
Yep.
So same. Even Steven, I'm not mad. I felt like Josh corrected that. After that, he didn't play sloppy football. It happens. I'm sure he understands he can't do that. And I felt he played a clean game other than that. And there's the defense.
You know what my favorite part of Josh's game was today? None of the throws were in danger.
Yeah, none of
the he didn't throw any. He didn't force anything today.
Yeah,
like he missed on a couple throws, but he didn't force anything all day.
Correct. That's what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's the defense, by the way.
Yeah. You're right, Spin. Josh always has the best games when he spreads the ball around. That's why I think it's going to be Josh's best year. Yep. Defense, Bernard led the team with tackles. Cam Lewis was fantastic in the slot when they finally moved him there because he was supposed to be the third safety.
Mm-hmm.
Then I wouldn't be surprised to see Bishop active next week if Tron is down. Because then you have Edwards and Bishop as the 4 safeties behind the 2 starters, with Cam starting at the slot because I thought Ingram didn't play great in the slot.
Yeah, it was rough for him. He had a rough
first half.
That. Yeah.
Thought Dorian played really well. Was happy with him. We already talked about Groot. Loved what Vaughn did.
Yep.
Casey Toohill, like, man, we need to get Smoot back quick because
that was rough. That was rough. He was slow.
Not setting the edge at all.
Slow as hell too.
Great on special teams.
Yeah.
But man, he was not good.
It was like he had cement shoes at one point, man. Right? I'm like, this guy's just like.
I thought Austin Johnson played well. If you go up a little bit, you see Austin Johnson in there.
Yep, right there.
I thought in the second half you saw what AJ Epidesa brings. He batted some balls down, created some pressures. It'll be interesting. And then I thought our corners played fantastic.
Yeah, I do too, man. I thought they did a really, really good job. Both Rasul and Christian Benford. I thought, like I said, our safeties as well. But I think Thursday will tell a lot about that safety group. By the way, can we talk about Codrington? I thought Codrington looked really good.
He broke that first one, and then they didn't kick it to him again. They kept kicking out of the back of the end zone. That guy's explosive, man. I understand why. And in the swirling winds, no problem catching the punt.
None. It was
clean,
smooth, man. Clean.
It was clean.
Obviously, DJ Dallas with the 96 killed us, but I'm
game breakers. When
they hurt, man. But I'm happy. I see why we traded for him. We have a return specialist now that is just that. That's what he is. So I'm totally okay with that. I'm comfortable moving forward with this guy as our punt returner, kick returner. Cool, man. There's the kicking. Both kickers today were 2 for 2, Mikey.
Yep.
All good. By the way, all good
under
on
40
extra points.
Yep.
All under 40. Yeah.
All under 40.
I'm good with that too. I'll be honest with you.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But in the wind,
with under 40.
In the wind,
that's
he doesn't need to be trying to kick it that deep anyways.
Yeah. And Sam Martin did okay today. I didn't think he was terrible. 2 for 85.
No, 2 for 85.
Yeah.
Put one inside the 20.
Yeah.
And against the wind, he put inside the 20.
Yeah. Their kicker had a bad kick towards the end there.
Yeah. It led to 3 points.
Yeah. Yeah. Made a mistake there. So that's the stat line.
Overall, Tommy, when you look at it, we've had some really bad week ones. Week 1 is a liar to everybody. It's just an odd week.
I mean, it's showing that. The proof is showing.
We
went over the scores.
1-0.
Yeah, it's not just us.
Yeah.
So, the good news is we adjusted in the second half. And obviously, the better news is we won. Right? We adjusted, we looked better, and we got the dub. And that's really the end of the day. It's all that matters, right? But of course, we're here to tell you things need to improve. And this is what, especially for Thursday, because the Dolphins aren't going to be the Dolphins, probably what you saw today against the Jaguars. Probably going to be a little better. It's just the first game. Same with us, though. Feel like we're going to play a little better as well. So
defensively, I think we'll play better.
I think we so too. And it's a different matchup. You're not worrying about Tua taking exactly. He's not a guy that's going to, you're going to worry about necessarily taking off on you. Now he can scramble a little bit, but that's not his game. So yeah, it's just a totally different game plan. But but Bobby Babich better. I mean, depending on seeing what happens with Tehran, he better have.
I'm confident in Cam in the slot. I thought Cam played fantastic in slot. I prefer him in the slot than I do.
I'm talking about our safety position. I think is something that he needs to have a good game plan when it comes to Tyreek. You saw Tyreek today, 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
he will kill you. He will kill you if you are undisciplined.
We better
because today, look, like Rasul got bit. He could have lost that game. He bit. Can't do that against a good team like Dolphins. Dolphins will absolutely shred you if you're biting like that. So you got to be a little bit more disciplined against a team like Miami that has that speed. Can't be biting because, boy, Tua will make that throw.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Josh's hand too, but he played with a partially torn UCL. I can't see him, regardless of what happened to his hand, not playing.
Yeah. I don't think he broke it, but I know it sure as hell hurts.
Yeah.
He
landed on that shit
down.
hard.
Dude, and point of your elbow on top of it, like all that weight. And I'm sure he felt it right after. Like he felt good when he had scored all the adrenaline, but I'm sure as hell it hurts. But luckily it's his left hand.
Yeah.
It's not his throwing hand. He's a warrior. He's tough. We'll see what happens. I'm sure their very first thing they did was x-ray. I promise you they did. Yep. So we'll probably know by Monday. They usually come out and let us know. But he's gonna say he's fine. He'll play. Like I promise you, he's gonna play. But yeah, it's never good. I don't ever want to see Josh in any type of pain because we need that dude.
And he played so well today.
He really did. He
kept us in it all game long. He was the X factor.
Yeah, and I thought he was very calm today too. Like I felt like his emotions were like when things weren't going well, we're down 17. What were we down 17-3 at one point?
Yeah.
I really honestly felt like the whole sideline demeanor was okay. So it's all right. Like we know what we are. Like I kind of felt like it was no panic there in my eyes. Now I'm panicking because I never want to see my team go down 17-3. But I just felt like they were just like, all right, let's get out there and score a touchdown. And they did. They came out 17-10 right before the half.
When you looked at the guys on the sideline, nobody would have their head down. No. Nobody was freaking out. It was just very okay, business, like calm, which is
no bitching.
No bitching. Nobody pointing fingers at each other. It was just
I'm open. What are you fucking doing?
You saw the offense talking to the defensive guys, and they were just having conversations about what's going on.
Yeah.
It was nice to see.
That's a sign of a well, even though I'm not crazy about McDermott, but that is a sign of a good coach team that believes in their coaching staff, that knows there's adjustments going to be made, that believes in the guy next to you, the veterans that you're still on the team there. That's just confidence in knowing that we can bounce back from that. That's what you want to see. So I'm glad that they that they did that in this game.
Roy had some issues with a couple of Josh's runs. I think he should have ran from the first one. Like he tried to stay in the pocket in the first one. When he didn't step up and go, when he didn't throw it and he fumbled, I thought he should have, stepped up and took off. And he didn't. And then after that, he did when it was open. He's just like, okay.
Yeah, the only one I would say, like, not even questionable. Just I'm surprised he didn't because normally Josh Allen would have fought for that first down instead of slid on that late in the game there when it was, and then we wind up getting a penalty.
His hands
but I know his hands,
hurt.
so that's why I'm going with this. Like, I think he also was understanding that he doesn't want to get hit necessarily, right? A guy fall on and hit his hand. Like, I get that part, so I'm not gonna totally, rag on him on that. But I will say that play call, that I also say Josh, because only the head coach and a player can call a timeout. Can't be an offensive, can't be a different coach. Josh Allen needs to understand.
The Chiefs.
Unless you're the Chiefs, who got away with it, right? You got to know the play clock's running down there, and in a very important part of the game.
He did it earlier in the game.
Yeah, and he didn't do it here. And I on that play, and I felt like it was for me, you score a touchdown there. Like I said, you get a first down, you wind up killing more clock, score a touchdown. The game is over, like totally over. And I felt like such an important third down, and it wasn't even a 3rd and long, it was 3rd and 4. Call timeout, man. Don't rush that, because look what happens. It just doesn't work out. Like, get the play right. If you have to change the play, now you can. And I felt like that's also on Josh. Like, dude, you're rushing up to the huddle. It's fine. Like, call the timeout. And he didn't do that. So, like, that I think is something they'll learn. And I think that's something that McDermott needs to get better with, because we know
McDermott. I think it's bad or
well, either way, somebody
Brady
had to call
needs to get it in faster.
Yes, but either way, though, McDermott's the head coach. He knows the play clock is dwindling down, right? He could call a timeout there and go, I don't like it. Let's reset, right? Let's get this right. Let's get this play call right. It's a very important third down. But McDermott, he has struggled with those situations, timeouts, calling unnecessary timeouts, and then calling timeouts when they're not. Like calling them and not calling them. Like he's always never been good with that. So he needs to do a better job with that, in my opinion. But other than that, we're fine.
Okay. Tommy, I do have to jump off. I have my contractor here.
No problem. Yeah, that's it. I didn't even see your message here. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's all good.
All right, so guys, I guess that's it. So listen, we'll be back Monday. Mikey has to go, and that's pretty much it. So we've been on here an hour anyways. We're going to get more to it on Monday at 9 o'clock. We'll get more into the players we liked. Mikey has the dog awards we'll get through. So join us tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Bills Mafia, we love you. And as always, go Bills. We're out of here.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.